Hey everybody, welcome to my first video podcast. I'm going to keep this short because, believe it or not, it takes a really long time to upload these videos. I actually have my microwave timer going on. I got out of my pajamas for everyone, trying to look good. You know what, I'll slap on a little lip gloss, looking good, looking good. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly go over some things that stuck out to me while I was reading chapter 13. So, you have this professor who considers himself a technologist. So, but I see Pandolfo as more of a facilitator. I think on page 208 when when he said that he didn't know everything, but he could get the answer, and that he asked questions like, what are you trying to achieve from using this technology in the classroom? I think that was interesting because I think now that we're so tech savvy, it's like, oh, let's do this online, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And sometimes it's really not necessary. And so you should only resort to technology when it's going to actually help students learn better. It was interesting. He brought up the online quiz. It's so true. How do you know if people are doing their own work? And it on page 209, the discussion about emails, and then made me think of Blackboard. And so I want people to kind of post and let me know how they feel about Blackboard. Kleiman, if you want to jump in and say how it's helped you teach an online classroom, that'd be great as well. Another key component to making virtual classrooms work is the professor has to have a good knowledge of what they're doing. Otherwise, students who aren't as tech savvy, although I think we'll find that students will start to know how to do much more than the professors as they are growing up on this new technology. It's just interesting. Professors need to know how to use this technology if they expect students to put it into place, and students also need someone to help them implement these new technological elements into the classroom. And then on 212, there's this whole idea of the lecture to go. Will it work? I'm kind of back and forth on it. I agree that the eager student can take it on the train and download it and listen to it, but I'm not sure. I think having that structure of a classroom forces a student to be there and be totally present and not on the train, waiting for their stop. It's undivided attention, but in this multitasking new society that we have, do people have their attention in just one spot anymore, And then I liked this idea, though, about being able to replay lectures because, all of us in the interactive communications degree, we've taken Photoshop, we've taken Final Cut, and gasp, Flash. I personally actually looked online for tutorials because you can just hit a small bump in the road and you really just need to see that hands-on. And that's where, the virtual classroom, in terms of classes like architecture or art, you really need it to be multi-dimensional. You need those pictures, you need those slides. There's my timer, so I gotta wrap this up. And I know it might be difficult for teachers at first. This might be a lot of work, but you're teaching the same courses over and over again. Once you get the first class in place, then you're all set for the next semester. And so finally, I'm webcasting this right now, and we talk about the virtual classroom. And right now we just post on Blackboard, and there's a lot of interaction. For me, this webcam, being able to see people, fully embodies the virtual classroom. How do you think our class would change if we all had to post by webcam? Well, that's my video blog on chapter 13.